and welcome back to my Cart Girl Life. I'm Cass, and today I have a special video for you. So I've noticed that a lot of you are interested in becoming a cart girl, and I gotta say, good choice. But there's a lot of questions behind it. Do you have to know a lot about golf? What kind of outfits do you wear? What is the proper golf etiquette? How do you keep the creepers off? And do you really make that much? So in today's video, I'm gonna get into all of those questions and show you exactly what you need to know about being a cart girl. When I first started, I know I was trying to look it up and there wasn't much there. I'm serious, the morning before my first shift ever, I was in a panic searching what teeing off means. So I'm going to tell you all about what I needed to know when I first started, and hopefully it will help you. Also, look who wanted to say good morning today. Good morning. Aw, the swan babies. How are ya? So like I said, I'm making this video because when I first became a cart girl, I was searching the internet and just nothing. Couldn't find anything. But one of the things I was really nervous about was going the proper way around the course. I thought I needed a map. I thought I was going to get lost. And I wish at the time I knew that it really doesn't matter. As long as you're going up to golfers, you're staying on the cart path. And as long as you're out there making sales, you're in the clear. Honestly, no one's going to be able to tell if you're going the wrong way. And if you are, nobody's going to get mad at you. I promise. Eventually, you will learn your way around. It really didn't take me very long at all, but you're going to be going the opposite way that the golfers are going. So if you really need to, just read the numbers backwards. So the holes on the course are 1 through 18 holes altogether, and each hole has a number on it. So if you start at 18, you just count backwards, and that would be your way around the course. If you're not too sure the difference between golfers, marshals, maintenance people, etc., let's say they're on a cart and you're not sure, easy indicator is to see if they have clubs on the back, because if they don't have any clubs, then they're most likely not golfing. This is a marshal. See? No clubs. But if you get the vibe that they still want to drink, you should still sell it to them. The more the merrier. It's all about the sales. Even if you drive by someone's house, they're hanging out outside, you give them a wave. You never know. They could be your biggest customer. I'll never forget the girl that trained me told me, ask everybody. Somebody walking down the road you happen to drive by, ask them. More sales, more tips. Okay, so what to stock the cart with? So if the course you work at doesn't have an inventory and you're kind of on your own for what to stock it with, you definitely just have to pay attention to what your golfers are drinking, what's most popular, what you think you're best at making. If a screwdriver is your specialty, you better have that vodka and orange juice on deck. I'd recommend trying to have 12 to 18 of the most popular beers, so you can sell 6 and 12 packs and still have a little extra. Make sure you have lots of non-alcoholic as well. Soda, juice, iced tea, energy drinks, Gatorade, water, you know. If you want to carry snacks, get a good assortment of those. I'd recommend not carrying anything that could go bad, and think about what you have room for. I wouldn't try to carry hot dogs on your cart. Unless you got the room for it. It just might end up being the golfer's favorite that way. So even if it's freezing cold out, you always want to make sure that you ice down the cart. Make sure that those cold drinks are nice and cold, because if they're not and a golfer gets one, he might not buy from you again. And with that being said, make sure your hot drinks are actually hot. Nothing worse than getting an iced coffee when you're expecting a hot coffee. Always try to keep a really clean cart, because if the golfers pull up and they're like, something looks funky there, then they might not buy a drink from you. I mean, if you pulled up to a beverage cart and you saw a bunch of Bloody Mary juice stripping off the side, wouldn't you think twice about getting a drink from them? However, I will say it doesn't have to be perfect, because the golfers don't usually have too high of standards. Hi. Before you head out there, make sure you know what you have in your cart for the day. Just a quick, simple. Make sure you know what liquors, beers, etc. you have. Because when you pull up and you ask the golfers what they want and they're like, well, what do you have? You gotta be ready to give them answers. What kind of beers you got, little lady? I got Bud Light, Miller, Coors, Ultra, Stella, Modelo, Corona, Blue Moon, Heineken, IPAs. What do you want? Okay, if you find a random golf club out on the golf course, the best thing to do is bring it to the pro shop. You probably have a lost and found in there. There are some pretty expensive clubs out there, and if you just ask the golfers if it belongs to them, they might just say yes if it's a nice one. You don't want to give anybody's club away to someone else by accident. Quick funny story, there's a club called a sand wedge, which is when you go into a sand trap, you use that club to get your ball out. One time somebody asked me if I found their sand wedge anywhere, and I was like, no. It's like, okay, well, if you find it, can you give it to me? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll keep an eye out. I thought he said sandwich. I'm like, why would you want a sandwich that you dropped? But yeah, turns out sandwich is a club. Okay, I gotta show you how to drive this dang thing. So you get in like this. If it's off, turn her on. Lights, if you need them. Newsflash, you don't. You're gonna have a forward and reverse knob. She's in forward. Sometimes it'll be up here, just depending on which model of cart you have. And it's pretty much like a car. This makes you go. This makes you stop. Push it all the way in to park it. Okay, onward. Don't
Don't be scared to give her a little gas.
Okay, now let's talk golf etiquette. So it's pretty much the same no matter which course you're at. I would say as a cart girl, number one is to be quiet when they're on the tee box. Let me explain to you what the tee box is, because I didn't know when I first started. Alrighty, so you see these markers. There's a few different ones. As you can see, this is where the golfers take their first shot of the hole. See way over there. You can't really see it, but it's the flag. So these are called tee boxes. They're set at different distances, but no matter which one they're at, if they're about to hit the ball, you gotta be quiet. If you are far enough away and you can see that they're at the tee boxes about to take their hits, you should just wait for them to hit the balls if you're in a safe location. That way you don't disturb them and they don't get mad at you.
Hi guys! Shut the fuck up! Who the fuck is she?
I've definitely messed this up a few times. I know this can get a little confusing, so let me try to give you an example. All right, so they're very far away, but you can kind of see those golfers over there. Right now, they're on the tee box. So I would say we are a safe distance, and we're gonna wait to drive up to them until they take their shots. That way we don't cause any disturbance. But if they hit their ball and they yell, 4, then you better get out of the way because the ball's probably coming towards you. Brace for impact. Make sure you're just kind of hiding, crouching under the cart like this. I got hit with a golf ball. I've been hit a couple of times by a golf ball and it's not fun. 4 means that a ball is coming at you. Okay, if you're making a drink that has a little more extra ingredients in it, I would recommend making it while they're still hitting instead of making them wait. So by the time they're done, their drink is ready. Here you go!
Yeah, here we go, Bloody Mary. Oh, they let you go on trees. Here they arrest you for it.
Yeah, don't do that. Bad.
Don't worry about all the animals that do it on a tree. I don't know what the difference is. Want to use this?
So the best thing to do if you have a big order and say there's a bunch of golfers pulling up to you is just honestly remain calm. Because once you start freaking out and you get all scatterbrained, then you start messing up the drinks. If it takes you a little bit longer, that's better than having messed up drinks, right? Once you get to know the drinks that you're making better, it won't be as overwhelming, and then you'll learn the more drinks, the bigger the tip. Okay, so another important thing that you should do for the golfers, if they want something and you don't happen to have it on your cart at the moment, go back to the clubhouse and get it for them. They'll really appreciate it and hopefully show you how much they appreciate it. So these guys wanted some Bloody Marys. I'm out of the juice, so we're headed back to the clubhouse. Here comes your delivery. And we're gonna already have these sprung up by the time we get over there to save some time.
Yeah, can I get a Michelob Ultra too?
Thank you.
Thank you.
See, we came back to drop off their drinks, and they wanted more anyway. Take as long as you need making the drinks and ringing them up, but if there's a group waiting behind the group that you're currently with, try not to take too long. I know we have our favorite golfers and we love to catch up with them, but you gotta read the room. If it seems to be pretty backed up, you gotta keep it moving. Because another thing with golf etiquette is keeping up with the pace of play. Some golfers can get annoyed if it's backed up and if the people in front of them are taking too long because it kind of messes up their, their rhythm. But let's say you do take a little too long with the people that you're with, and maybe they're concerned with the people behind them getting mad. I always say, oh, don't worry, I'll slow them down. And then when you get to those people back there, just try to, make them happy, make sure they know that you were just taking a little extra time making drinks, and maybe they want drinks, so then, it all evens out. Sometimes you gotta take the blame because who's gonna get mad at the cart girl? Now I want to teach you about etiquette on the green. Now the green is a little different. That's where you putt. This is where the golfers make the final shots of the hole. So it's very important that the greens are well kept. This is the green. And as you can see, this is the hole. So the green is nice and flat so that the golfers can have precision when it comes to putting. First things first, absolutely do not drive the cart onto the green. That is a big no-no. Do not do that. You will get shamed. big time. You probably won't find yourself on the green much, but let's say you're hand delivering some drinks to the golfers that are on the green. You want to make sure you do not run on it or leave any marks. So let's say a golfer is putting. If his ball lands right there, then this is going to be what's called his line. And you don't want to walk across this. So, big no-no. They are not going to like you for that. And also, don't get your shadow in their line either. As you can see, the shadow runs right through the line. So back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay, that's better. And it's not important to be as quiet as when they're teeing off, but anytime a golfer is taking a shot, it's just nice to not be super loud. You know how they like to concentrate. And we ain't talking this kind of concentrate. Okay, now for one of my favorite topics, what to wear. So if you have to wear a uniform, this one doesn't really apply to you, but I have girls that have to wear uniforms saying that they wish they could wear anything they want, but sometimes I wish I could just wear a uniform because that would just take away a big decision for me. Sometimes it's stressful looking this cute. However, I will say if you do have to wear a uniform, if you're able to add accessories, totally do that. Perhaps a sparkly purse. You could do a cute hair bow. Maybe some cute socks. Obviously, the possibilities are endless. Extra accessories could also be used as conversation starters. It's a way for a golfer to break the ice, if you will. But let's talk about if you don't have a uniform. Girl, you gotta dress the part. You can never go wrong with the polo and skirt combo. Remember who you're selling to and try to appeal to that. Test some things out, see what makes you better tips. It's not about what you can do for the men, it's about what they can do for you. Use that to your advantage. Today is kind of a different story because it's cold out here, so yeah, the winter outfits aren't as cute, but you can still make them cute. If you know what I mean. Obviously, I can do much better than this, so I'll insert a few of my outfit ideas that I've worn in the past here. Activewear is always a really good choice. The golfers be loving those Lululemons. I actually don't own anything Lululemon except for a hair clip, which is odd. The name brand golf clothes can get pretty expensive, so I wouldn't recommend starting with that. But, you know, once you start making your money and you start buying like TaylorMade, Titleist, Callaway, like that kind of stuff, the golfers will recognize that and they'll like that. And hopefully that helps your tips. My sneakers today are FootJoy, so I feel like the golfers are into that. Anytime you have something that they can relate to, I feel like they can really respect that. But keep it cute, try different hairstyles, different perfumes. Kind of see how your golfers are reacting to it. I know a lot of people say pigtails help them, but I'm not super into that. I think it's a little bit creepy. But you know, maybe on a slow day we need some extra tips. You just might see me in some pigtails. What is in a cart girl's purse? What do you need to bring to work? Honestly, not much. Really just bring your usual stuff that you need to carry with you throughout any normal day. So if it's in the summer, you know, bring like your hairbrush, bring like something to freshen yourself up, maybe some deodorant, maybe some perfume. Maybe you can bring some extra golf balls, some tees just in case the golfers need them. Perhaps bring an extra outfit in your car. I used to change my outfit throughout the day if I wasn't making any money. I thought like a different outfit would spice things up, maybe help me get more tips. So yeah, I don't really do that anymore, but that's always a possibility. Your outfit is important, but so is the cart's outfit. I always try to have something cute going on the cart. Obviously, holidays are different because I go all out with my decorations, but I feel like that really helps with tips. I feel like it helps with conversation starters, and it makes it cute and exciting for me. Clearly, I don't have your usual Bev cart, so I feel like mine is always pretty crazy, but then make it cute, girl. See how we keep our cart super cute with the pink? It really helps with our tips, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
You really don't need too much. It's a pretty low maintenance job. Let's see what I have in my bag. Wallet. Oh, hug repellent. Yes, now this is what you should be packing in your bag. Oh, I'm telling you, it smells so damn good. Keep the creeps at bay. Now, you might be nervous to talk to golfers. Trust me, I really was. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit how to get more comfortable, or like how to fake it till you make it, if you will. Confidence is key. When you're approaching golfers, always roll up with a smile. It really sets the tone for the interaction. Laugh at all their silly dad jokes for money. One thing that I find really helpful, if you pull up to a golfer and you've met him before but you don't remember it, but he's like, oh, like, how have you been? There's someone that you kind of remember but you're like, did I meet him, did I not? It's always best to just treat everyone like you've already met them before. Oh, hi, how are you? Because what are they gonna do? Get mad at everybody's friends around here? Think of the golfers as your friends, not your enemies, even if they scare you. If there's a female present, make sure that you greet her first. You know how it is to be a female in a male-dominated area, so make sure that they're totally comfortable, and you never know, they might be the big mama paying. Lastly, be nice to everyone. You never know who your big tipper is. If somebody says something inappropriate to me, literally, I'll just act like I didn't hear it. I've found that it's better to not waste my energy on the confrontation or yell at them, but literally make them feel stupid and not even seem like I heard them. Then they can think about what they've said. And when in doubt, hug repelling it out. You can be flirty if that works for you. The easiest way to be innocently flirty is to just giggle a lot. People have commented numerous times on my voice change when I talk to customers.
Everybody doing okay over here?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay. And I mean, it is what it is. It just happens. It comes out. As you get to know them, it'll be easier to talk to them and then you can make conversation. But if you really just aren't good at talking to people, don't. Literally just ask them what they want. Say thank you, have a nice day. Remember, you're getting paid to make drinks, not to talk, so choose who you talk to wisely. Don't take too long with one customer, unless he tipped you like $100. You should always make the customers feel special. But remember, there are more dehydrated golfers with hydrated wallets out there waiting. Okay, so for a cart girl first starting out, what is one piece of advice you would like her to know?
Always keep the drinks full.
Full, okay, I love it. So are we filling your drink?
Oh yeah, not right now though. I've had too much.
All right, so I did just have a customer ask me for some heartburn medication, and luckily we had some in the pro shop, so we're gonna go bring it to him. How to take care of your customer. You don't wanna lose anybody out here.
Hey, I found some antacid. Will that work?
What'd you find out?
Antacid?
Sure. Okay. Thank you. Hold on.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And just like that, we made ourselves 20 bucks. This goes to show you gotta go that extra mile. Literally, they were a mile away from the clubhouse. Even if you have regulars that never seem to buy anything and you think you know that they're not gonna buy anything, make sure you still wave to them because you never know, once in a while they could need a Snickers. Always, always. All right, now for the question you've been wondering. How much am I gonna make? Well, I can give you an idea, but I can't tell you how much exactly you're going to be making. Now, most of the time you'll be making minimum wage as well as your tips. Obviously, tips are where the money's at. In the winter, you can make anywhere from $60 to $300, but in the summer, you can make some really good money. Anywhere from $300 and up. The most I've personally made in a day was a little over $2,000, which doesn't happen often. But I will say my biggest tip in one go was from one group, was 4 of them, and they each tipped me $250. So I made $1,000 just off of one group. And the crazy thing is I wasn't even wearing makeup that day. They were just feeling really generous. I'm gonna give you some advice of how to make good tips. Number 1, smile, be positive. Positive energy attracts tips. Show your playful side. Don't be afraid to joke along with the golfers. Give them a taste of their own medicine. They want to tease you, tease them right back. It's fun. You can make little bets with the golfers. For example, if they're teeing off, you can say, I bet you can't make it to the 150 marker. If I win, you give me $20. If you win, you get a free drink. Hint, hint, the free drink is less than $20. All right, you ever go to a bar or a restaurant and the waitress or bartender just looks like they hate their job? Yeah, don't do that. I know this might be obvious, but don't look like you hate your job. Nothing is worse than when a cart girl pulls up and you can just tell the energy is she doesn't want to be there, she does not want to talk to you. Even if you're having a bad day, you gotta pretend like you're not. Kill them with kindness. A big one is invest in yourself. Even though I said my $1,000 tip was the day I wasn't wearing makeup and my hair was pulled back, you gotta do some self-care to get those tips. Whether that's doing your hair, your nails, your makeup, whether it's when you get home, you take a bath and you put your face mask on, just make yourself feel good because there's nothing better than just feeling good that can only attract positivity. Invest in your cart. Get some drinkable glitter, get some fun decorations like I mentioned before, and lastly, get to know your customers. Become buddies with them. Your friends will take care of you if you take care of them. All right, well, I think we covered a lot. Hopefully you learned something and took something away from this. If you have any more questions, don't forget to comment them below. Like, share, subscribe, and notifications. You keep doing your thing, I'll keep doing my thing, and I'll see you in the next one. And remember, if this is something you really want to do, go for it. The best way to get in is to have a connection at a golf course, or if you know anyone in the golf industry, but if not, you march your pretty little ass in there and get yourself a job. And guess what? If the first one doesn't work out, on to the next one. That one doesn't work out, there's plenty of golf courses. Okay, bye!